Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It is time for Tuesday Transformation. Today is Tuesday, August the 4th, 2015. I am your host, Master Noel Bada. I am a personal development coach here in Atlanta with the John Maxwell team. I am, just go ahead. I am light. I am powerful. Go ahead and say it to yourself. I am good. I am. Go ahead and visualize your own greatness. Because if you don't, guess what? Nobody will do it for you. You have to learn how to celebrate your own greatness. Celebrate who you are. Go ahead and say it one more time. I am light. I am powerful. I am good. I am. Fill in the blank. Whatever you are. Whatever you want. Fill it. You are. You don't have light. You are light. You don't have power. You are powerful. You don't have goodness. You are good. You don't have it. You are. Well, I am pumped up today for this event. I almost not want to call today's Tuesday transformation. That's how excited I am today because it is more than Transformation Tuesday. I have a surprise for you, but I'll tell you a little bit about the surprise later on. For now, I want to talk to you about maximizing the moment. Maximizing the moment. Shakespeare said that life is full of activity, and at the end, it signifies nothing. I've always been bothered by that quote. Life is full of activities, and at the end, it signifies nothing. And then the great author Ash said this. He says, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. To me personally, I know the importance of that quote when I came to United States at a very early age. I wanted my own television in my room, and I have to save up my lunch money for 1 month. I finally bought my first television for $29. Everything was okay with my television until my friend Maurice stopped by the house. This is when we realized that the television was too old to connect the TV to play our video game. Now, Dad was sitting down and he kind of asked us to come and join him to watch TV. But 4 hours later, I realized there's got to be more to life than this. I mean, that just sitting down there and watching football with an old man for 4 hours. So guess what I did? The following day, I put my TV back in the newspaper and I was able to sell my television for $95. I love the excitement, the experience of profiting so much that ever since I was buying and selling, I will buy a bike, I will ride it for 2, 3 months, then I will sell it. I get so comfortable at some point I will buy a car, drive it for 6, 7 months, and I will sell it. My friend always think I have a lot of money, but they didn't know what I was doing. Even as a freshman in college, I remember I become a private tutor teaching algebra, and I made 3 times more money than my friends who are working with big corporations. Isn't that amazing? Without a green card or work authorization, I was able to pay for my own tuition. That's something. I thought about that not too long ago when someone, or anytime someone come to me and say, oh, Noah, you are lucky to be where you are today. You know, people always think you are lucky. And they say, you are lucky to be where you are today. I want to be like you. And I'm going like, no, 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 you don't want to be like me. It's not easy to be me. Because if I had waited for my daddy to buy me a TV, I wouldn't be where I am today. If I had waited for the United States government to give me a green card, I wouldn't be where I am today. Success occurs when preparation meets opportunity. You don't have to have a lot of money. You don't have to be lucky, or you don't even have to wish you are someone else. All you have to do is to trust the process. Trust the process. Understand that the universe or God will organize himself around your yes whenever you are willing to start where you are, whenever you are willing to use what you have, and whenever you are willing to do what you can. You don't have to wait for any assistance from anybody else. Just start where you are, use what you have, do what you can to maximize the moment. And things will work out, but you have to learn how to start where you are and not wishing for somebody else. Stop wishing for somebody else's blessing or stop wishing for somebody else's promotion. You have to be willing to use what you have. So if I may ask you a question today, what do you have? What do you have? Do you have anything? What do you have? Remember what we started with, that you are good, you are light, you are powerful, you are, and you visualize your own greatness. So what is it that you can start right now? And I will leave you with that thought. I'm going to check with my host to see if he comes, if he's arrived. And guess what? The surprise is here. Uh, The surprise I have for you today, I have a special guest. Is the author of the popular book, The Secret of Champions. One of my favorites, Dr. Bishop Olukayode Agbeyomi. Bishop, hello, how are you?
Hello, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. You know, I'm blessed to having you. Thank you for coming. Now, don't let the bishop fool you, folks. He's a bishop, he's a doctor, and he's a businessman. And I've known him for at least, I want to say, Bishop, I've known you for at least 5 years. Will I be telling
Yes,
the truth?
thereabout.
I want to say at
Yes,
least 5 years. So I want to make it clear to you, don't let that bishop scare you away. He's a bishop, he will lay hands on you if he needs to, but also he is full of wisdom. And I am so privileged. He gave me his book about a year ago, and I read it not too long ago, and it blessed me. And I asked him, will you please just talk to my people? And he was gracious to come on. So, Bishop,
yes,
you wrote a book on Secret of Champion. Please tell us, what
right.
are the secrets of champion? I want to know. We want to know, what are the secrets?
Okay. Now, the book Secret of God's Champion, it's an highlight of a general things that champions are supposed to do. The routine things that you expect from a champion, or anyone that has the potential to be a champion. And I want to say that everybody has that potential to be a champion. So first of all, the important thing is you must have an understanding that there is a potential to be a champion in you. Number two, now to be a champion, you need to also know that it's not a drive-through Burger King experience.
Uh-oh.
You have a role to play. It's not like a drive-through. God is not a God of just you go drive-through and you turn it around suddenly. No. Number three, another thing you must know is that it involves undergoing rigorous process of training that involves one, focusing on the prize. What is your prize? What do you want to accomplish? What is your goal? What is your vision? And then another thing is consistency, diligence in doing things that will enhance your victory. And then the last thing you also need to bear in mind is you need to know about the power or the influence of connection. Because whatever you are connected to will affect your altitude. And when your altitude is affected, your destination is equally affected.
Oh my. Wow.
So you need to know, like for instance, David went out to fight Goliath. He didn't go out, based on his strength. He went to fight based on his connection with the God of Israel, and that gave him victory. And the Holyfield is another example that you can easily remember when he went out to fight Mike Tyson.
Yes.
He was connected to God. His T-shirt, the T-shirt he wore to the ring, is a testimony of his connection. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. You need to have that mentality that you are a potential champion. And this book is an highlight of secrets about potential. It's an overview of what you should do. Now, because we cannot go to the different aspects of what you should be you should be doing. Because if we try to do that, we will have a voluminous book.
Yes.
Our goal is to have something concise that will provoke you, that will cause you to think, and move forward in your quest to be a champion.
Wow. Wow. You just unload everything. Bishop, I was taking notes right before I talked to you, and like I'm going to ask you like this question, that question, but you just loaded up with a bunch. Wait, this is good. You, if I'm hearing you correct, you say everybody have a potential to be a champion,
Yes.
and because I have this problem with some of my young people all the time, uh, they think things are just going to happen like that. Can you talk to us a little bit more about that? About why it takes time, time.
Yes. It takes time because, first of all, the environment has affected us. The environment constitutes an influence on us. For instance, there is what is known as the law of 33%. Who do you
Oh,
spend your time? Who do you spend your time with? What you spend your time with is something that will influence you. And this talks about the external influence, the environment. What are you putting into your system? So that's why it's not something that just happen like a drive-through experience. You have to rethink your thought process. You have to get connected with the right people. The law of 33% has to do with who you spend your time with. You need to have a mentor. You need to speak with associate with people of your own level. And then you also have to mentor somebody. That's the law of 33%. When you do that, it makes you balance. It makes you focus. And this is one aspect that we all need to do, and it's a major one because you need to change the way you think. I mean, you need to change the way you think. Our thought process has affected the way we reason things, the way we look at things. Why? The kingdom of this life is different from where we come from. Where we came from, the Bible says that let the weak say I am strong. Let the poor say I am rich. But here in this system here, the culture here is say it as you see it. But that's not the way of a champion. That's not the way of a champion. That's why we got to refocus.
wow.
Go through that process to rethink, change our thought process. That will help us to think the way champions should think. And then from there, every other thing starts falling in place. It's a process.
Wow. Wow. I that was so true. And it's funny because I was talking a few minutes before you come on, Bishop, and I was giving an example of when I was in Alaska and
Okay.
when I started to work on my business, and I was relating to the people of now, fast forward to now, when some people look at me, they say, "Oh, Noel, you are lucky to be where you are today." But nobody saw it when I was working it, when I was trying to perfect the skill way down there in Alaska. And so I'm so impressed by your book when it said being a champion requires a price. And if I'm hearing you correctly, you are saying that it takes sacrifice for anybody to be a champion.
Yeah.
Wow. Another thing I love about the book, I must mention this before you go. I know you are busy, you gotta go, but you said something about consistency. If I don't say this,
Yeah.
I'll kill myself. No, I won't kill myself. The devil's a liar. But you said something about consistency. I've never heard it before. I've always heard people. I mean, I've said it too that consistency to be prosper or to be blessed, you need to be consistent. But you actually go one step further. You said consistency is a seed, and this is on page 21 of your book. In case somebody have your book and they are looking at it, it's a consistency is a seed toward prosperity or poverty. Do you mind telling us a little bit about that?
Oh yeah. Uh, that is very important because whatever you are consistent in doing will determine your outcome.
Hmm.
Now, let's take an example. If I choose to start watching pornography, you know, films every evening, the end result of it is the person doing that, will go ahead and try to rape a lady, get arrested, and land in jail. That is consistent in doing something that is wrong. The one that is consistent in maybe praying, spend time in the presence of the Lord, we end up being a minister. We end up preaching. The one that is consistent in paying tithe, doing things that he's supposed to do to prosper, we end up prospering. Now, for example, the example you gave about yourself when you were in Alaska, people didn't see you. Consistency will bring recognition. It is a seed for recognition. It will give attention. That's the attention you are reaping today because you were consistent in doing some things back then when people were not seeing you, when you were in the closet. And right now, what you were doing in the secret has brought you, what you were consistently doing, that has brought you out to the limelight. That is what it's all about. What you are consistently doing will bring you recognition. Recognition, in terms of whether good or bad. Some people are recognized because they committed it, and then they get arrested by the police and sent to jail. And some are celebrated for what they have done. It's all about consistency. That's why I deliberately put that phrase that it is a seed toward prosperity or poverty. So what you do will determine whether you will prosper in life or whether you will be poor in life. So if you are doing what you're supposed to do, if you are sowing seeds, if you are, you are under the mentorship of someone who is prosperous, you are bound, you are sowing towards being prosperous. Prosperity which definitely come one day. But if you are not a giver, you don't pay your tithe, you hit all your income, then you are sowing towards poverty. It applies to in every area of our life. It's all about what that particular thing that you are doing consistently. So I want to encourage us. Do the right thing consistently. Do what you're supposed to do. Things that will cause you to prosper, that will cause you to increase, that will cause you to enlarge, that will give you a name tomorrow, that will cause you to be a celebrity tomorrow. Those are the things you're supposed to focus on. And that is why one of the important secrets of a champion is focus. You got to focus. When you are focused on what you're supposed to do and you are consistent on it, you are bound to be prosperous.
Wow. 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 Thank you so much, Bishop. You have blessed us greatly. Now, let me ask you, I know if somebody wants to order your book, they can call, I believe they can either send you an email,
Yes, they can send
bishopagbeyomi at gmail.com,
Yes, they can
and
send me
that's
an email.
BISHOPAGBEYOMI at gmail.com, or call you at 678-517-7425.
Correct.
Now, I understand you are going to African Mission very soon. You're going, what part of Africa are you going, sir? Where can people see
So,
you?
I will be going to Nigeria this month, and I'll be going to Kenya in November. I will be
Kenya?
going to Nigeria, this month, later this month.
Okay, this
And
August.
I will be, this August. I will be in Lagos.
Lagos.
I'll be in Palm Grove area. I'll be ministering to some minister. I will also be at the conference in Benin, charismatic conference in Benin, and I will also be in Oyo.
Wow. Seems like you are going to be very, very busy. Well, here you have it, people. If you can connect with him while he's in Nigeria, it's going to be in Lagos, Oyo, and Benin later on this month, in the month of August. And he's coming to Kenya in November. Is that right?
Yes.
Kenya. Wow. And you please get a copy of his book. Every young people needs to read this book. The Every young people needs to read this book. Give him a call, send him an email, or send me an email, and I will make sure he gets the information. Do you have the last word you want to tell the people, sir, before you go?
Whatever you do in life, honesty is important. Integrity is important.
Integrity.
If you can hold on to those two words, then you will have a glorious life and a glorious future.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you. Please come back to see us when you come back, sir. Will you come back to see us?
Yes, I will.
Please. Thank you. Thank you. Talk to you, sir. Have a safe trip. God bless you. Here you have it. Wow. I don't know about you. You need to rewind this. This is powerful. It just loads some stuff. You know how you read somebody's book and you thought you got everything, and then they just come on and they just boom, boom, boom. It just throws stuff at you. Wow, you need to read the book for yourself. He just told us about being focused. You need to be focused. He told us about connection. I didn't even think about that. He's talking about your connection will determine your altitude. Who are you connecting with? Who are you connected to? Because when we talk about maximizing the moment, when we talk about transformation, when we talk about reaching beyond the limit, when we're talking about road to greatness, who is mentoring you? Who are you connected to? Because your environment will determine your growth. Wow, wow, wow. So today, in closing, I'm going to leave you with this. I'm going to leave you with the thought. I know with the thought. Who are you connected to? Who is mentoring you? What price are you willing to pay? And what is success looks like for you? Let me say that again. Who are you connected to? Or who is mentoring you? What price are you willing to pay? And what is success look like to you? And the reason I said that is because, and he said it before he left, you have to be intentional about what you want. Because then when you are intentional, it begs the question, what do you want? It sounds simple until you think about it. What do you want? Thank you for joining us this week. You can join us again next week for Tuesday Transformation. My name is Master Noel Bada. You can get to us on our website, www.masternoelbada.com. You can reach us via phone at 770-984-5498. Once again, I want to thank our guest for today, Dr. Bishop Olukayode Agbeyomi. Is the author of the popular book, The Secret of Champion. You can reach him at 678-517-7425. Invite him to your conference. He's coming to Africa later this month. Connect with him over there. And he's coming to Kenya, I believe, later in November this year. You can reach him via his email, bishopagbeyomi@gmail.com. That's BISHOPAGBEYOMI@gmail.com. My name is Master Noel Bada. I love you, and there is nothing you can do